Right, it's the world's biggest night show. Big Reed here. Excited to have a guest in the building right before the 4th of July holiday. Just dropped his project. I think it was on the 27th. Just dropped his project on the 27th. I'm going to let him introduce himself. He's from the town.
Come on.
OSA graduate. NYU graduate. Do me a favor, bro. Introduce yourself to people.
Yeah. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy JWalt. You know what I'm saying? We coming straight out of Oakland, California, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, I'm happy to have you in here. We were chopping up for a few minutes before we kicked off the interview. So that's why I knew a little bit of information about him. I did do my researches and everything like that. But I was so curious about, like, you know, the beginning and what schools you went to. You only went to OSA in high school?
No, I saw. So that was the school. Yeah, that was the school I went to. That was the only high school I went to. I went to OSA for high school. Before that, I went to elementary school. I went to Redwood Heights Elementary School, OESD school. And then so those were the schools that I went to.
That's what's up. Okay, because like I was telling you, like I moved around a lot because I grew up a foster kid, so I went to so many different schools. I was in here name dropping schools, y'all. I was in here just, you know, showing that I'm really from the soil,
really
from the town, man.
Me? I had a lot of partners that went to some of the schools that you went, you know what I'm saying, that's your name, you know what I'm saying, and my mom's grew up in Oakland as well, so some of the schools you listed, she went there too, so, you know what I'm saying, it's all family oriented for sure.
I'm going to have to look at who your mutual followers are on IG. We about to start naming people off in a minute. About to, yo, how you know this person?
For sure.
You know, that's where they came from. Yeah. But nah, man, congratulations on everything you got going on right now. Brand new album. Talk to the people about it.
Yeah, man. So the new album's called Every Version of Me. Yeah, man. I've been working on this project for like 2 years. Half of it was like when I was in New York. Some of it when I was in LA. And then I wrapped it up in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? In Oakland. So yeah, man. It's a project that's very special to me. Like I said, been working on it for a minute. And man, I really just named it Every Version of Me because it really just encaptures like all different versions and aspects of me. Like I started off doing poetry before I got into hip hop. And that was like my introduction into like performing, music, lyricism, right? And because I got into poetry, I was very like lyrical, right? So I was like, man, I wanted to tell a story. I was very just into just, you know, lyrical and putting words together. And that's what brought me into like, you know what I'm saying, really wanted to get into like the lyricism side of hip hop, right? So as I started from poetry, I then started getting into more like the old school cats, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was like the Nas, the Pacs, the Bigs, the Jay-Z's, the Big L's, the, you know what I'm saying, the Snoops and the hieroglyphics, right? All these different cats who was really into like really, you know, lyricism and telling a story, right? So I started gravitated towards them. But then also, you know what I'm saying, being from the Bay Area, I was also very influenced by cats like Mac Dre and cats like, you know what I'm saying, Kid the Sneak, you know what I'm saying, and cats like The Jacket, right? So I was hearing that type of sounds as well. Then my pops being from LA had a lot of other like LA music. So I think my mom's was very into like the neo soul and the Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hills and Commons and, you know what I'm saying, that type of sound. So I was influenced by so many different sounds just growing up. And those are the sounds that I love to make, right? So on the project, you may hear a song that's more like West Coast, Bay Area type vibes, but also you may get like a more like hip hop type sound in there. Like the intro is just me rapping over like a soul sample chopped up. You feel me? So, and there's a whole bunch of different elements of me, different genres, but it still all makes up me and who I am. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I named Every Version of Me.
And be spitting bars too, be going crazy. Definitely in your bag. Yeah. Like you mentioned how you writing poetry. You're a writer too. I saw you got a published book online, bro.
Yeah, man. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got a book out there, you know what I'm saying, called A Mod Song. Yeah, man. So yeah, like I said, I like telling stories. You feel me? I like writing, you know what I'm saying? So we put out a book out there too, A Mod Song. Man, it's a story told through so many different types of realms of writing, whether it's spoken word, poetry, fiction, little creative nonfiction up in there, you know what I'm saying, verse, rap. So it's just like so many different styles of writing in there, but it's all told through one cohesive story. So yeah, man, that's something that I'm very proud of as well. You know what I'm saying? Right now we out here trying to figure out like different like possibly creating a movie out of it, TV stuff, you know what I'm saying? So we got some stuff going down the road with that book, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited for that as well.
Absolutely. That's incredible, bro. You've been busy, man. You've been cooking up. I've seen you all over the place. I've seen the Billboard article, man. Congratulations on that. That's huge, big, bro. Getting that cosign.
Yeah, man, that was big. It was crazy, man, because you know, Billboard is Billboard. You feel me? That's like one of the biggest publications within music and whatnot. So when I found out, you know, when my publicist hit me, I didn't even know. My publicist hit me, was like, boom. They're like, they pick you as, you know, the fresh pick of the week.
Love that.
I was like, man, that was something that was huge for me. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely was an honor.
Absolutely, for sure, man. Absolutely. So I can't keep talking about the album without mentioning the fact that, and we already know I'm about to fan out again, that we are without mentioning the fact that it's executive produced by Sway.
Yeah.
Big Sway.
Man, Sway Calloway, the Radio Hall of Famer Sway.
You feel me? Got the mule right by Fremont.
Come on. Real town legend. You feel me? So, yeah, man, that's, man, you know, Sway's someone that has been in my corner from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was like 12, 13 years old. I remember he had it was Sway Day in Oakland. I think it was the first ever Sway Day that he ever did. It was at Plank. I remember standing in line trying to rap for him. I was like, man, I'm finna rap. You know what I'm saying? I was like, we gonna rap. They had like hella folks out there. I think they had they had the whole HBK there. They had Locksmith. They had like Guapole, Mr. Fab. They had a lot of different Bay Area pillars there with them celebrating Sway. But they also, at the end of it, Sway had hosted a cypher. He had hosted a cypher of all these different up-and-coming Bay Area artists and stuff. I remember I was probably like one of the youngest cats there at 11 or something. I remember standing in line with my homie trying to rap. And I remember going up there. I remember rapping. And off rip, Sway was like, man, like, who is it? Like, who is this cat? You know what I'm saying? Like, Sway was really like, man, this cat is special. This cat is different. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy because I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Look, this was during Super Bowl 50.
Yeah, I think
this was during Super Bowl 50.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing videos of it, bro. I wasn't there physically. I saw Sway the next day at the where you get the credentials to go to Radio Row for Super Bowl 50. Okay. I saw him and Heather B. Right? And I walked to him. I was like, yo, like, I do radio. I'm over here. I was with the morning show yesterday. I couldn't come. And he told me you were right where you were supposed to be. Instead of being like, I wish you could have been there, he was like,
that's where you're supposed to be.
You were right where you're supposed to be. Special. And that day during that event, you were right where you were supposed to be, bro.
Man.
And fast forward, 10 years later, literally. Yeah. Are you 21 now?
Yeah, I'm 20. I'm 23.
Okay, so like basically like 10 years later, like.
Yeah, executive producer.
Produced the album, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Legendary, man. So like I said, and Sway, someone that, like I said, has always been, you know, in my corner and always respected the craft. You know what I'm saying? He's someone that has always, especially being from the town, sometimes we get like, oh man, they don't got no lyrical artists in from the town. They ain't got no motherfuckers who can really, you know what I'm saying, who can really do what they do, right? So the fact that like he was like, man, this is a cat from the town. This is a cat that also has something to say, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, and he's doing it, you know what I'm saying, and has something powerful behind it. So he was like, man, I got to get behind that. So from Rip, man, you know, he got behind me. I remember I was probably like 14, 15. I went out to New York for the first time, and I did I was on his Sway in the Morning Doomsday Cypher, and which was that was also my first time being on TV. They had that on Revolt TV. And that was something special. Then from there, Sway just kept on being like, kept on honing on your craft, keep on going crazy, and kind of plugged me into different things. Really supporting me, helping me really get my career off to, you know what I'm saying, off to the start. You know what I'm saying? Sway is someone who was always just putting my hat in the bag, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, JWalt doing this or JWalt doing that. And I always just push my stuff. So, man, I definitely got to give a big shout out to Sway for sure.
That's huge, man. That's so dope. It's just so dope hearing that story and hearing about that event, because I was talking to someone the other day about that particular day because you know we got the Super Bowl coming up again. You feel me? Back in the Bay. So I was like, man, like this time I got to get out and like, you know, be it if he does another one, because we were literally just talking about that event at Plank.
That's
crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
that's insane, man. It just, like I said, it just, you know, you're where you're supposed to be. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Did you pick NYU because of the bond that you built with Sway? Is that the reason why you chose to go out there, or did you always want to go to NYU?
Man, I always wanted to be in New York. I always wanted to go to New York, man. So I remember, like I said, the first time being in New York when I was out there for Sway, I was like, bro, it's something about the culture, something about the city. Yeah. I was gravitated towards like some of the New York artists, you know what I'm saying? Because I study hip hop. I knew, like, you know, New York was a birthplace of hip hop. So I was like, man, I wanted to have a chance to be out there at some point. So then when I remember I had a pun who's from Frisco, and he went to NYU, and he was like, man, they have this program out there called the Clive Davis Institute of Recorded Music. Yeah. I think you'd like it. So I remember like looking about it, looking through it, and I was like, man, you know what? I think this is the program for me. Because at first I didn't really want to go to school at first. Yeah, I knew I wanted to be in New York, but after finding out about the Clive Davis Institute, I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna apply and see what happened. And I had this big portfolio I had to do. I had to submit a video and all the combination of like different stuff that I've done. I had like put together like, you know, my resume, and it was different from all the other college applications because it was focused on my music. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even submit my test scores. You feel me? It was just like focused on what I did as an artist and artistically. So I did that, and then I found out I got in, and man, that was probably one of the best things I could have done. You know what I'm saying? Like for me as an artist, because I was able to go out to New York, tap in with some of the New York artists out there, and also just continue on just growing myself as my own artist. Right? I was able to sell out SOBs. You know what I'm saying? Which is a legendary venue out there in New York. Be able to build more fans out there. So yeah, man, it was dope for me to do that, because oftentimes I feel like Bay Area artists sometimes like just never leave the Bay and get stuck in the Bay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was something I didn't want to do. I was like, man, I want to get broader than just the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? I remember talking to a couple of my homies, brothers. I remember talking to Adrian Marcel. I remember talking to the V Diggs and some of these other pillars out of the Bay. It was like, man, like, you got to lead the Bay. Once you lead the Bay, you know what I'm saying, you'll be able to put on for the Bay even more. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
try to tap in with some of these other markets. So that's something that I did, which was something that was super helpful.
For sure. A couple of other OSA alums, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
you know
man, locked in.
Adrian
I love how y'all locked in, man. You feel me? I think
Adrian Marcel, my sis Kaylani, you know what I'm saying? Me and Kaylani just, you know what I'm saying? We was just, chopping it up, man. And I did a little verse and a little remix to her Folded, you know what I'm saying?
I seen it. The record's crazy already, man, but what you added onto it was dope too.
Come on, appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? Then long live my brother Angus Cloud, man. You know what I'm saying? He's also OSA. You know what I'm saying? Graduating. That was really my dog, man. So yeah, we all kind of just, it's dope that all the OSA alumni, you know what I'm saying, still tapping in. Jane Hancock, you know what I'm saying? She was part of the record with Anderson .Paak, going crazy. He signed to Death Row, you know what I'm saying? So it's just dope, you know what I'm saying, to see someone like the OSA alumni, like, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing now, you know what I'm saying, still pushing it for the Bay.
Absolutely, man. And then, like you were talking about going out to New York and then being able to sell out that venue out there. It's like that matters so much in 2025. The fact that you can go to a different area, a different city, a different region, put your music out and be able to sell out a venue there. It's crazy, bro. So it just shows that your music is connecting with more than just, you feel me? Of course, at home is important. It's always going to be important. It's always going to be top priority, but being able to do that somewhere else is incredible.
Yeah, man. It was something special. I remember that. I think after that show, I was like, bro, I probably shed some tears. I was like, bro, I can't believe, like, we did this. You know what I'm saying? Especially just being from the Bay, and hearing stories of, like, hearing how I know some people who came out to New York from the Bay, and, like, New York didn't really gravitate towards their music. Or I heard the first rip, like, New York is kind of a hard city to play for it. I heard some people be like, they be booing you. They be like, if you ain't raw, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you out. But, like, New York showed nothing but love as soon as I got out there. And, yeah, man, that's why New York's one of my favorite cities to play.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So what you got cooking up right now? I know the project's out. That's what we focused on. But what you got working on? Not necessarily music, but you getting ready to hit the road. Yeah, we do some shows. What we got cracking?
Come on, man. We got a lot of. So once again, the album's out. Every version of me out. You know what I'm saying? I also want to. You know what I'm saying? I want to highlight. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple records on there that really mean the world to me. Every record on there means the world to me. But you know what I'm saying? My song "Love Myself" again. That was my first top 100 charting song. You know what I'm saying? That one hit the charts for me. Like I say, Billboard picked up Graduation. So there's a lot of just good flavors, a lot of good music out there on the project. So you know what I'm saying? So we definitely pushing the project. After that, we definitely doing shows, you know what I'm saying? We about to hit the road and about to, you know what I'm saying, take the songs everywhere, you feel me? So I'm really excited about that. Man, we also, again, we've done a couple different partnerships as well with different sports teams within the Bay. You know what I'm saying? So I've partnered with the Ballers, you know what I'm saying? I'm an owner within the Oakland Ballers, you know what I'm saying? I'm also an owner in the Oakland Roots, you know what I'm saying? So I just did the Oakland Roots halftime show a couple weeks ago. We're also doing a album release block party with the Oakland Ballers, you know what I'm saying?
What?
So
When's that cracking,
this is
bro?
the first time we actually releasing it, we announcing it, you know what I'm saying, here right now.
What?
So you know what I'm saying?
Go.
You feel me? So June 12th, we're doing an album release block party, you know what I'm saying, at the Oakland Ballers, you know what I'm saying? So we're doing that before they have a game. So it's 2 to 4 at the Oakland Ballers at Romani Park, you feel me? So yeah, we going up.
It's July 12th, y'all. July 12th.
July 12th.
Yeah, it's going fast,
it's going
bro.
Crazy.
I don't know if you know, we already halfway through the year. I saw a meme earlier that says we closer to 2050 than 2000.
Crazy.
That's nuts.
It's going crazy. You feel me? I can't believe it.
Yeah, man. But July 12th, man. I'm gonna have to come out there, bro. Come out there and pull up.
Come on.
That's dope, man. It's dope to see that we have the Ballers and the Roots in the town because of everything that's going on with these sports teams and everything. Like, I refuse to buy another A's hat. I think this is the last one I got. And the only reason why I got it is because Stomper's on it and it says Oakland Athletics on the side.
With that, I'm saying, what I forgot to mention too, I did the, you know what I'm saying, we have the Oakland Ballers anthem, you know what I'm saying? So I did the Ballers song for them this year, produced by my homie Ethan right here.
Hey,
too, you know
come on, Ethan.
You know what I'm saying? My boy Ethan Swoop did the beat. So yeah, man, I just want to highlight that too, man. We did we have the anthem this year for the Ballers, you know what I'm saying, called the Ballers Ballad. So yeah, man, like I said, it was super important for me to pour in to the sports in Oakland, you know what I'm saying? Because I grew up an athlete. I grew up playing basketball. I grew up playing baseball. I grew up going to the A's games. I grew up, you know what I'm saying, seeing the Warriors play the Raiders, you feel me? So, like, I was just a big Oakland sports fan, you know what I'm saying? Oakland is a sports city, you feel me? So the fact that, like, all these different folks was leaving, and with my platform, what I've been able to build, I was like, man, it's only right for me to pour into some of these teams I really want to be here, you know what I'm saying? So I poured into the Oakland Roots, and the Oakland Roots poured into me when it was early, when they was playing at Laney, even before they went to the Coliseum, you know what I'm saying? So me, and shout out to Idris, you know what I'm saying? We've been able to build a solid, you know what I'm saying, just partnership with them, the Oakland Roots. And as soon as the Ballers came about, you know what I'm saying, the Ballers reached out and we connected off rip as well. So being able to have a partnership and also be owners of both the Oakland Roots and the Oakland Ballers is super special for me because they want to be in the town. They really want to be in the soil, and they for the people, by the people, you know what I'm saying, which is something that's special.
Love that, man. We need them, man. So everybody out there tuned in, locked in, check out this interview, man. Get out there to these games. I haven't been to a Ballers game yet.
Come on,
but I need to go because you feel me. I'm not messing with the A's, bro. I can't do it,
it's
bro.
The bees,
I can't
man.
do it.
It's the bees.
It's like, but at the same time, I'm still a Raider fan though.
Yeah,
It's the way the A's left. It's the way they left.
That's crazy. I was just talking to someone about that yesterday because someone was like, "Man, I thought they were supposed to be like by Jack London, and they were supposed to be in the town, and then all of a sudden they started moving. They were like, no, we're going to Vegas, and it was just." I don't know. It didn't make sense.
Yeah, it didn't. They had that whole Rooted in the Oakland campaign.
Rooted in the Oakland campaign.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. That, and even the fact, I remember even though the Warriors are still in the Bay Area, even them moving to Frisco kind of did something to me. You feel me? It's funny. I did a show. I opened up for Wu-Tang at the Oakland Coliseum, the Oakland Arena. I mean, formerly known as Oracle, and Draymond was there. I remember talking to Draymond, and I was like, how does it feel being back? Even Draymond was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man, I miss playing here. He was like, I miss just like being within the atmosphere of the Oracle. It's something different that's not at the Chase. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, if the players feel it, we feel it as fans probably, but
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's heartbreaking knowing that our teams is leaving, you feel me, and not being in Oakland no more.
Man, we good. We got the Roots and the Ballers now, man. We out.
We out. You know what I'm saying?
And there's a cricket team out here now too,
man.
man.
There's a cricket team, and apparently there's an ultimate frisbee team. This is like the Oakland Spiders or something. They got a frisbee team.
That sounds gangster, bro. I need to get with
the Oakland Spiders. You know,
ultimate frisbee. We used to play that in PE.
Man, that was fun too. I remember. You know what I'm saying? You only had like a couple steps or something.
Like 3 steps.
Yeah, like 3 steps.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Every version of me is the album JWalt.
Out now.
Make sure y'all tap in with it. Check it out. Executive produced by Sway.
Come on, Sway Calloway.
You feel me? Man, I appreciate you pulling up on me, bro. Continued success. We're gonna keep tapping in with you. Keep showing you love here at 99.7, man.
Come on, appreciate y'all. Thank you for having me, bro.
Yay.
Yay.